Hey everybody, big welcome back. Today we are in New York City and I am showing you a flight around Times Square. This is not my flight, I'd like to point that out. This is a DJI Phantom 4. I have a DJI Mavic and the pilot, who shall rename nameless, decided to take this flight right in front of cops. Like, you know what I mean? Well, not right in front of cops, but they were right there. I don't know how they couldn't have seen it. He didn't hide it, it was right out in the open. And nobody said anything other than a few people wanting a picture with the drone. But all that aside, what I wanted to talk to you about is if you ever had the urge to do this and you were down there with their drone, be prepared for the difficulty in flying it. He had a terrible time with it because there was no GPS. The buildings were blocking that signal. So it was flying ADI mode, and you could see if you saw the smoke there blowing from the stacks or whatever, how much wind was in there. And he had vision positioning shut off because that limits it in ADI mode to 30 feet or something like that. So that was shut off. I think in retrospect he would have rather that been on, but anyway, it did make for some cool footage, but I definitely don't think he would have done it again because it was really hard to maintain control. And yeah, obviously with the crowds and stuff, you don't want to be flying like that. Um, I'm not here to judge whether the flight was a good idea or not because I just thought it was cool and it wasn't my flight. So um, there's plenty of other people on YouTube. There's actually a video of one of them crashing into the side of one of the buildings. And by seeing the trouble he was having, I could definitely see why that happened. And so I don't recommend others to try this. And I'm going to put up here now, you can actually see the full video from the drone itself, just so you can see. You saw how wildly it looked like it was flying around, but the drone itself seemed to catch some pretty good footage. And yeah, we were both actually really surprised that the cops didn't come up. Like, you know, there's enough people standing there looking up and pointing and going, ooh, ah, and the cops were, I wouldn't say more than maybe 100 feet away. Now, I will say that they were also busy. You can see in the with the lights in the distance there, if you look there right towards the main thing. This actually, there was a bomb scare at the time, so I'm guessing maybe the cops were just kind of preoccupied with that. But anyhow, it really cool place to fly if it weren't for all the problems. But here it was actually almost hitting the billboard. I would have left the original audio on, but it sounded pretty crappy. It was noisy. You can just barely hear it. So it was just us discussing the difficulty he was having maintaining control. But nonetheless, this is the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it or hate it or whatever. Whatever your thoughts are, leave it in the comments below. Please don't give me a thumbs down if you're mad that he flew there, though, because this isn't my flight. I'm just bringing it to you. That'd be like disliking the news because they report on something you don't like. So um, I personally didn't even care about the flight, though. I thought it was kind of cool. So no hate for our mystery pilot from me. Um, yeah, I know it's kind of a weird video to put up, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it somewhat. And look at the creeper there taking pictures of people's butts. But anyways, guys, we'll see you next time.